All right, here are the Tyranid debut. So Hive Fleet Kraken, welcome to this. We're learning all the things. I haven't even really looked at the War Scrolls or whatever they're actually called in the Codex. But here is my Warlord, the Flying Hive Tyrant. We rolled because we're just trying to learn here. So we took Mind Eater as our Warlord trade, and our relic is Imgirl. It's Y and slightly Scandic, but we did that. And then we've got a Broodlord here. We've got old One Eye to induce post-traumatic stress in our opponent. We have some Hive Guard with, I think those are called Impaler Cannons. It's the no LOS ones. Then we have Tyranid Warriors. And then we have ourselves 40 Gene Stealers. So this is the Tyranid army today, coming in at 1233 or thereabouts points. And yeah, gonna be interesting to learn about them.
All right, army overview of the Nurgle Daemons. We've got a battalion here. Let's start with our HQs. We have got a debut of the Great Unclean One, and then he's got with him two demon princes. We've got Grogor and Fredarius. We had some extra points for our 1250 point game, so we brought some Chaos Spawn. We've got some Nurglings. We still have working on painting the Plague Bearers, but they're hard to find, so we've got our Poxwalkers subbing in for a squad of 30 Plague Bearers. We've got two other HQs, the Bile Piper and whatnot, and then we've got one more squad of 10 Poxies proxying as Plague Bearers because we need more troops. So something I'm working on with my demon army is to get more Plague Bearers painted, and so we can have some troops. So 1250 points of demons.
All right, here we go. Here's our deployment overview for our 1250 point fight here. It's actually just going to be called Maelstrom Vor Meet in the Parking Lot is what we're going to call it. So we've got our Tyranid here. And we're playing on 4 tiles because we're under 2,000 points. There's some Nurglings farting wetly in this building. And then we've got our Chaos compadres across the way here. So they'll ignore the Poxwalkers, they're Plague Bearers, but debut for this Great Unclean One, and then all the normal boys, so this should be fun. But basically we just set up within a foot of the table edge, and we plan on meeting in the middle. Nurgle won the roll-off for first turn and actually deferred to the Tyranid, so we're going to learn about movement. But here we go, turn 1 Tyranid. End of Tyranid turn 1, as expected, just did some general advancing. Used opportunistic advance because I never had, it seemed cool, so we did that. That was fun. Advanced generally along the flank. The opportunistic advance roll was really not good. 2 1s and like a 3. It wasn't the best. These guys nailed like a 6. It was great, learning a lot about the Tyranid here. Did some shooting with the warriors at the Plague Bearers. Hurt him a little bit. Shot the Great Unclean One with the Hive Guard and took some wounds off him. He seems to be a beast. Actually had my first successful psychic phase. We got Paroxysm, the Horror, and Psychic Scream off on those Plague Bearers. Never really cast spells before, so that was cool. Interesting stuff. And yeah, here's where we stand. Just trying to figure out how we're going to set up a Great Unclean One, old One Eye battle, so Danimal can deal with his demons, kind of literally and figuratively. But here's where we stand going into Nurgle Demon, turn 1.
All right, end of Nurgle Demon turn 1. Very, very informative. First off, Tyranid psychic powers are a thing. So we had our Plague Bearers. We suffered essentially all of the Tyranid spells. Paroxysm, Psychic Scream, the Horror. Lesson learned, use the stratagem to fight first, or fight again, I guess. Interrupt. So we charged in with our Plague Bearers and lost 20 2-0 Plague Bearers fighting the Gene Stealers here. Really, really good. Michael used a stratagem with 3 CPs to fight again. Really kicked our butt. Demon Prince did make the charge. He killed 6. You know, Grogor's doing well. But we failed the charge with the Great and Clean One. We failed the charge with the Chaos Spawn. And we failed the charge with Fredarius over there. But really an interesting turn. Learned a lot about the Tyranids. And the Plague Bearers got rocked. 20 Plague Bearers gone. I had to use the stratagem to not take morale and auto pass. Because these guys with their 4 attacks, -1 AP, just put the wood to me. So that is the end of turn 1.
End of Tyranid turn 2. Nightmare parking lot battle has continued. These Gene Stealers fell back, charged. This Flying Hive Tyrant shot and then charged Grogor, my Nightmares. He's down to 1 wound, used an implant attack. It was great, it was fun, it was exciting. He's really gross, saved it, knew it was going to happen, but damn, it always happens. Flying Hive Tyrant down to 4 wounds, sad times in the kingdom. This is relatively a stalemate. Killed a bunch, got him down to like 1, and then reality blinked, because it does, which brought more, I guess it's not really biomass, but it brought something back for them to fight. Killed 1 Gene Stealer in return, a lot of murder there. Over here, you're going to notice a big blank space. Old One Eye, I mean, it was destined. Charged the Great Unclean One, got in there, hit him, really hurt him. The Great Unclean One said, you know what, fuck off, killed him, and he fought only in death does duty end for Tyranid, whatever that's called, and killed him back. Killed him back. So it was about the best way it could go, is the Great Unclean One and Old One Eye killed each other MAD. That was fun. Nightmares over here, Nightmares here. Over here, the Broodlord did charge for Darius, and turns out they're okay in combat. Killed him. That was fun and exciting. But here is where we stand going into Nurgle turn 2. Turn 2. And we've got a Nightmare shit show going on here. Some Plague Bearers over there, Plague Bearers there, or Plague Bearers there, and then Fredarius there, or Grogor. Can't get him right. But here is where we stand.
All right, Todd Chamber fans, the end of turn 2 and the end of the game, because it's that brutal. Tyranids reign supreme. So let's catch you up on Nurgle turn 2 here. The Chaos Spawn moved in, got the +2 attack on our roll, so we did manage to kill a few Gene Stealers during our attack. The Sloppity Bile Piper moved in and used our, mutilated, arms to kill a few. Grogor the Demon Prince, because of the relic that increased his toughness by 1, we missed all of our wounds trying to kill this Flyrant, and then he killed us in return. So Grogor back into the warp, failed to charge over there, and this is really how we leave things. After a brutal turn 1 and 2, I tell you what, these Gene Stealers guys with 4 attacks -1 are a thing. So there we go. Tyranids reign supreme.